It Fly Show. I am Michael Severe, joined by my partner, Josh Jones.
Appreciate you.
Creighton University, which is not playing very well right now, and Omaha Central. We will get to that a little bit later. We want to thank the folks at Bud Light. As always, they make it
easy.
Easy to drink and easy to enjoy. They are our presenting sponsor for this. And, of course, we want to thank the Let It Fly Sports Bar as well. Here in the Capital District, this is the place to be this time of year.
It really is. You got college hoops is heavy right now.
Yep.
NFL is jumping. College
football is winding down. Yep.
Let me see what else is out there. Volleyball, hockey.
Say NBA?
Not yet. NBA.
All that's going on right here. Always a bunch of great specials.
Literally going on
at the same time. Yeah.
Right now.
Plus all the specials too. You got. Don't forget about always get the happy hour from 3 to 6.
Yep.
Reverse happy hour from 10 to 1. And every day they have a special. We normally tape on Wednesday.
Yep.
This is Tuesday.
Yes.
Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Which makes a lot of sense. And then on Wednesday, we got Dollar Wednesday. So there's always something, Dollar Wing Wednesday. Yep. Always something going on for that. So coming up on the show today, a guy we've been pursuing.
Oof.
We've been on the pursuit of former NFL tight end.
I would say about
college
a year.
Wide receiver. At least. I mean, we had that meeting in here.
Yeah.
We'll get Niles Paul.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll get him next year.
Right.
Niles Paul is going to join us to chat about his career and what's going on with him. Before we get to that, though, we'll do some headlines.
Yep.
We'll start off with number one. Nebraska takes it on the chin from Penn State.
Talk about it.
It was, it's one of those situations.
Yeah.
Where when you watch the two teams play, you say to yourself, that looks like a group of men.
Yep.
And that looks like a group of college kids.
Exactly.
And if you look at the way it's broken up, Nebraska's got more freshmen and sophomores.
True.
And about 14 of the 22 guys who played as starters for Penn State were seniors or redshirt seniors. So either fourth or fifth year seniors.
Exactly.
And they also had Katron Allen and Nick Singleton who ran their butts off. They ran 35 times for 255 yards. That's 7.3 a touch.
No, I'll give you better.
That's some ass whipping.
That's like playing a video game online in a real tournament, and you just better than your opponent.
Yeah, well, I would say one guy's playing on easy mode.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I'm just making that up. I don't know how to play video games. One guy's playing on easy mode.
It's rookie, all pro, and like
Hall of Famer?
Hall of Fame or something like that.
Well, they're playing on Hall of Fame mode, and that's what happened. They had that.
Yeah.
So Nebraska's off. So defense struggled, obviously. They were going against some big dudes. They're going against good running backs. The quarterback only missed one pass the whole game. But the offense, Nebraska gets the ball, drives all the way down, gets to the 2-yard line. Mm-hmm. They fail to score.
Damn.
That was the theme. 5 times out of 9 drives, their drive ended on downs.
Yeah.
Meaning they didn't punt. They didn't score. They didn't turn it over. It just ended on 4th down.
I got to listen to you on this because I think my son had like basketball practice or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, gosh, I got to get home to get to the game. Hustled home. I turned it on.
Yeah.
It was like 30-3.
That's what it was. 30-3.
At that moment.
Yeah, before they scored one more touchdown. Yeah.
No. You know me, man.
Coming back.
I'm notorious.
You think they were coming back?
I'm going to cut that off.
They were coming back.
I'm listening to you.
So
cook on this.
Let you cook on this. You watch it the way the game was called by the offensive coordinator, right?
For Nebraska?
Hogerson for Nebraska.
Word.
You know, you watch the way it was called, and I thought coming into the game, with TJ Lateef, more of a mobile quarterback, I looked at the other games that Penn State had played. They'd given up big rushing yards to quarterbacks. I figured, okay, they're going to come out just like they did against UCLA and sort of establishing TJ running the ball. They did not. Now, they got a big run early by Emmett Johnson, got him down there. They tried to run the ball on 3rd and 4th down. Emmett maybe missed a hold, could have scored, but on 4th down did not. And then your defense comes in, and they've got 98 yards to go down. And that's when your defense is to say, okay, our offense didn't get it done. We got to get a stop. Right. They did not get a stop.
Dang.
And a 50-yard play on a run play where one of the linebackers tried to fill the hole. Well, the second one filled the same hole, and then the defensive back didn't go where he was supposed to go. In the end, it was one team that was playing at home on a senior day, playing for an assistant coach who they want to be their head coach, and they're playing to get to a bowl game. They were playing for all that, and Nebraska was motivated, I'm sure, but they weren't as motivated and as talented and as experienced as the Penn State
let me ask you from this perspective. Replace Penn State with another good team. Is it just Penn State circumstances was lined up and they was just that more mature and better, or was Nebraska off, or would another team do this to Nebraska?
I think there were. So they've lost 2 games the Minnesota game, right? Which there's no excuse for that game.
No.
Minnesota's a good team. They're not a great team.
Right.
Nebraska shouldn't have lost that game.
Right.
They had so many opportunities. Penn State just beat them.
Got you.
The only team to really beat them this year,
Penn State.
Penn State beat them up.
I got you.
And that's what happened.
Got you.
But I believe that taking that ass whipping, and we're going to talk to Niles Paul later about sometimes failure can lead to some success.
Right.
I think playing that game against Penn State and dealing with the physicality of Penn State is going to help them on Friday against Iowa. Because Iowa is going to come in and they're going to run outside zone and they're going to run the ball at Nebraska and they're going to try to make sure Nebraska can't seal the edge and they're going to try to get big plays on Nebraska. All that's going to happen. And you know that they're prepared for it better, I think, because they saw Penn State.
Now that game is where?
Friday at Nebraska.
Okay.
It is, so reverse it. At home,
right?
Senior day.
Yep.
Nebraska's playing to get to 8 wins. They haven't had 8 wins in the regular season since 2016.
Yep.
They got a lot to play for. And they got revenge from last year. They outplayed Iowa at Iowa. They ended up losing that game. They lost 2 games.
At the end, though.
The last 2 they've lost on field goal, walk-off field goals.
I know.
So they've got all that. They've been thinking about that all off season. I think they've got a good shot to come in there. And
I like that.
And Nebraska has not beaten Iowa in Lincoln since 2011.
Dang.
6 straight. And so we'll get to the keys to the game.
That's now senior year.
Oh, I know. We'll get to we will get to all the keys and the picks and stuff. We'll get to that on the other side after our interview. But first, key number 2.
Yep.
Nebraska basketball is 6-0.
They see me rolling.
They get the win over Oklahoma in Sioux Falls. Right?
Yeah.
Then they go to Kansas City to play in that tournament. They get up big on New Mexico.
Yeah.
New Mexico comes back. Nebraska's like, wait a minute, we're okay. They win by 10.
Right.
And then Kansas State. Kansas State basically was at home for that game.
Kansas State got an Omaha cat on their team.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that. What was his name?
It's one of the twins. Abdi.
Yeah.
I think it's Abdi Bashir.
Yeah. I saw that when they were showing the beginning of the game. So
one of
Omaha.
the twins, yeah.
So they're playing basically Kansas State at home.
Yeah.
Right. In Kansas City, there's all kinds of Kansas State fans there.
Right.
Again, they get out to a quick start.
Yeah.
Then they go cold from 3.
Yeah.
And then they fight back and win the game.
Dude.
They are 6-0.
Yes.
With 2 games coming up.
Yes.
They play one tonight while we're taping. And that's against I know they play USC Upstate. Before that they play who's the team they played before that?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not that guy. I know.
But Winthrop. They play Winthrop.
Okay, that's a win.
They gave Arkansas all they wanted. So
that's true.
So maybe you'll see. But they beat Winthrop and they beat USC Upstate.
Right.
That means they would be 8-0 playing against Creighton on December 7th at home.
At home.
Here's what they've done so far, right? So Price Sanford is leading the team in scoring at 16.5. Rink Mass right behind him at 16.2.
Yep.
Jamarcus Lawrence is at 10.5. And right in the middle of all that, the MVP of the tournament in Kansas City, our guy, Braden Frager.
I know.
Braden Frager is averaging 12.5 points. He was the MVP in those 2 games.
Right.
And Nebraska is shooting as a team 50% from the floor.
I know, man.
Almost 40% from 3 outside of one game where they really struggled. And with all that said, Connor Essegian, who's one of their best 3-point shooters, hasn't shot well yet.
Right. We got to see, when you say all this stuff, I be thinking like, man, Nebraska get on these runs. Yeah. But do they be making their schedule easy to gain confidence? And then because they tournament, their conference is tough for them.
Oh, I know.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think this ain't one of them though. I think they got a legit schedule to where with the team that they got, they actually winning on legitness, working it out. Right. And I think they're going to roll like this.
Well, Oklahoma, the Big Ten's going to be tough. Yeah. Going on the road in Big Ten is even tougher.
Oh, for sure.
So even if they went 10-10.
Yeah.
Coming off of this non-conference, where they play Oklahoma, neutral site, where they play New Mexico, the neutral site, where they beat Kansas State, the neutral site, I think that's all going to help them.
I know.
But headline number 3, on the other side of that,
come on, man,
is Creighton basketball, which right now obviously is struggling. Mm-hmm. We knew that there was going to be a lot of learning and growth.
Not like this.
But Jackson McAndrew goes out. I thought Jackson was going to have a huge year.
Me too.
You look at the way he played late last year. He was hitting threes, looked great. He's out for the season. So all of a sudden you got to change. Greer, who was going to be a red shirt, now he's playing. You're trying to get everybody into the system. I believe that Coach Mack will get this together.
Yep.
I think he will, and make them better. Will they finish third in the Big East like they were predicted? I don't know.
I say top 4.
I don't know. But the Baylor game, you saw the athleticism from Baylor. You saw what Baylor could do on the rebounding, for offensive rebounding and second chance points.
Right.
You saw all of that. And then they lost early today to Iowa State.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was the same thing. And Iowa State, for parts of that game, shot the lights out.
Right.
So those are two teams that it's good playing them now.
Yeah.
I think if they played them in a tournament, I think they'd be much better games.
100%.
Because they're going to go through the Big East. They're going to grind through the Big East. Mac's going to get them going. Right now, they don't even have a real starting 5.
I know.
Or even top 8. It's so fluid right now.
Now, remember this.
It's fluid right now.
Last year,
yeah,
or maybe the year before the last,
yeah,
Creighton had the most changes of starting lineups in Creighton history.
Yeah.
So
they're having that now.
Yeah, this ain't nothing new to me. So I mean, I'm not panicking. That don't mean that it ain't embarrassing when it's happening.
Yeah.
But Coach Mack, I just believe in him.
I believe Coach Mack will get it. And you mentioned they have a good staff across the board.
Yeah.
And I think they will. It's tough right now. They will play one more game in that tournament on Thursday.
Yep.
I'm not sure who they're playing against, but they'll play one more game.
You got to win one of them, though, bro.
It'd be nice to win one of them. And then you come home, got to play Nebraska. Got to take your whipping. I don't know about that.
I think Nebraska gonna hoop.
That's a weird series.
Yeah.
Because just when you think that one team is definitely going to win it, it flips. So you never know. One more thing from headlines before we get to Niles Paul. We talked a lot about Nebraska having to getting better on special teams in the football program.
Yep.
And they brought in Mike Ekeler. Mike Ekeler nominated for one of the Broyles Awards. So that's for the best assistant coach in the country.
That's crazy.
There's 63 nominees for it. He has done such a great job. Nebraska ranks 4th in kickoff return average. They're 17th in punt return average. And they're one of 4 programs top 20 in both areas. Kenneth Williams, kickoff returner, leads the Big Ten. And ranks 4th nationally in kickoff returns. And Ja'Cory Barney is 15th in punt return average. They have taken what was a bad special teams and made it a very good special teams. I hope he wins the award. I wouldn't be surprised.
Let me ask you this, as you say all that.
Yeah.
With all this good coaching going on, do you think it's
not all good.
Well, not all of it, but I'm just saying, like,
there's some problems.
Yeah, but I guess I'm just piggybacking off what you're saying about that.
Right.
Nebraska's quarterback.
Yeah.
How much would you say the trajectory of like the static that's going on is due to a quarterback change versus the overall team?
Well, I mean, anytime you have a guy who would have started every game of his career, right, all 2 years, Dylan Raiola just naturally is good. I think is going to give you a better chance to win.
Got you.
But TJ Lateef used correctly, I think gives you a different way to win.
Yes.
So I hope that they play him correctly and force Iowa, because Iowa's going to force Nebraska to play the quarterback. He's going to run. I hope they force Iowa to have to stop TJ Lateef. But we'll get to that in our keys.
One more question before we transition out this segment.
Yeah.
What does it take for Nebraska to consider this season a wash and a bust? How many more games?
Well, no, they have one game left. If they beat Iowa and they finish 8-4, and they probably go to Tampa in the ReliaQuest Bowl in Tampa. I think if that's what they end up, I think people would say that was a good season.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
If they lose to Iowa, I think all bets are off.
All right. That's all I'm trying to get at.
Coming up next, we will talk to the former Omaha North Viking and Cornhusker and Commander and Jacksonville Jaguar and all that, All-American, all that. Niles Paul
legend
joins us next year on Let It Fly Show. All right, welcome back to the Let It Fly Show. We are joined by former Omaha North Viking and, of course, Nebraska Cornhusker and NFL wide receiver and tight end.
And high school All-American.
Niles Paul here on the Let It Fly Show. We got you in the studio, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be here. I know this has been a long time coming.
We've been working on getting here.
I came here early today. I missed a couple of times. I came here early today.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Let's start off with what you're doing now. You got into coaching. 4 years there at Omaha North with the best coach in the Metro and Larry Martin. Talk about how you decided to do that and how it's been.
I was in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. I was enjoying my retirement. I felt like the Golden Girls. I was out there just having the ball, going to the beach.
What were you, like 31?
Yeah. But obviously I'm still young.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't feel it, not in football terms, but I'm still young in life.
Yeah.
And something was just missing in my life. And I would talk to Coach Martin regularly. I would talk to Yano Jones regularly.
Yano Jones.
And Coach Martin was like, well, if you ever wanted to coach, you can come back and we can intro into it, whatever that looks like, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I'll work with your schedule. And it was a big reason why I was like, okay, well, let me get back home and actually, fulfill this void that I feel like I'm missing in my life.
Right.
So do you feel like that was your way of like still staying around football, or was it more of a thing of you just trying to give back and it just so happened to be like around the game of football that you played and loved?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
I knew that, if I was going to coach, obviously I had opportunities to coach in the DMV or in Florida where I could have went and coached anywhere. But I think the place where I feel like I would have had my biggest impact would be coming back to my school and the school that helped me in my journey and kind of helped these kids navigate help navigate them in their journey.
Yeah. You made the point of saying, you're there in Jacksonville and you're only 31 years old.
Yeah.
Stepping away from the game is hard for a lot of people. What was that like for you, having to deal with saying, okay, this chapter of your life is over. I got to find another chapter, another book.
And a lot of people talk about it. I think it's a depressing time because, I've been playing football 15, 20 years, like nonstop. You never really had a break, never really had time off. It was always football.
Yep.
And then, I think I heard it all my career from people, Vernon Davis, Chris Cooley, like when it's over, it's over. Like you get out, it's very rare that they're going to let you back in. Like once you out, you're done.
Yeah.
And I felt that. Like I felt that even when I got an opportunity, my final opportunity with the 49ers, I went out there, I was in camp for about 2 weeks. I took a couple hits and I was like, this ain't for me no more.
Yeah.
Like I can't play to that level of physicality that I want to. So it was a decision I felt like I had to make to step away from the game for my safety and for my body.
So you feel like it's like your body was giving you signals, but your mind was in it?
Yeah.
Or were you checked out first before your body went?
No, my body was checked out. My mind was in it. I thought I could still, block a defensive end, shooting the gap, and I could get the helm placement, get my elbows right. No, it was just, it was like, okay, like, and to me, it was a situation like, okay, maybe I just need to get back into, football form because I had, I hurt myself with the Jaguars and ended up, spending that summer off and not really going through a real off season. Yeah. But to just be thrown in the training camp with the 49ers, it was tough. It was tough on my body. It was tough. It was tough on, the level of physicality. I just wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah. And Niles Paul joining us on a Let It Fly show and the way they block.
Yes.
They ain't no joke with the way they block. Talk a little bit about the injury part of it, because it's one thing to step away. It's another when the injuries kind of start pushing you that direction. What was that like? Every time you seemed to get healthy, something else caught you.
It was very discouraging. I remember my first injury when they had moved me to tight end. It took a couple years. I had fully made the transition, and I got my body to where it needed to be. I was 250 pounds, which was, we're talking about, I came in the league at 215.
Right.
I had to jump up and to feel comfortable at tight end without feeling like I'm losing too much speed. I got up to 250. It was 248 to be exactly, and it was good weight. I felt good. I won the starting position throughout the summer, throughout training camp. We had some great guys there, like Logan Paulson and Jordan Reed, and we battled it out. And I won the starting position. I remember, we played Cleveland, and my shoulder, I had hurt my shoulder the week before in practice, and I wasn't even supposed to play. But Coach McVay, Sean McVay, Rams head coach, he was like, "Hey, I want to show, our offense, our full offense, our full throttle with you, Jay Reed, and kind of show what we do. So just give me 8 plays." The third play of the game, I'm on a good block. This is the most comfortable I've ever felt blocking, the bigger guys, the bigger defensive ends, the bigger backers. And, I had a great block, held them off. It was a backside tackle, and the running back got flung to my ankle. So that was tough. And I think what was tougher was, and as positive as I tried to stay and remain through that, it was a tough time for me mentally. But then to see, the guy who was my backup, which was Jordan Reed, have hit the best year of his career.
Yeah, of his career.
And then get paid.
Yeah.
So he got, I'm not watching pockets.
Yeah, no. But still, though.
But he got a $40 million contract. And in my mind, I was like, dang.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I respect that. So what about, like, in the midst of your career, you had a few concussions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you feel like each time you went through that, do you feel like a piece of you was left, or was that circumstance just that circumstance?
Actually, the concussions you see doesn't even amount, and I think any football player that has played in the professional, even the college level, can attest to this, that the concussions that you see, like me being knocked out, those were probably some of the better concussions that I had, because it's a reset for me. It was like I blacked out. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
And I think each one you kind of felt, you do feel the difference, right?
Yeah.
You start, it starts affecting your thought process and how you compute information and what you're seeing out there, and you start to hesitate a little bit. And I think that was another part of the reason why I had to step away, because that you kind of lose some of that physicality, because you don't want to risk get another concussion. But I had 3 concussions that were, you saw documented, but when we talk about practice and all that, it's like I was an undersized tight end.
Yeah. No doubt.
I was an undersized fullback.
Right.
Every day practice was physical for me. So I got to, it was.
So you probably experienced this a multitude of times before that even happened that I seen.
Undocumented stuff.
Yeah. It was a weekly thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, like it'd be times in practice where you knock yourself out. You just got to get back up.
Yeah.
Try to hurry up and not. And the NFL does a great job now of spotters seeing it. But, if you could play it off, you try. And that's just the competitor in most players.
No doubt.
Because I remember me and Chris Cooley was the older guy for me. He's the Ring of Fame tight end for the Commanders.
Sure. He had 2 touchdowns against Nebraska with Utah State.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. Right down the middle of the field.
He's a guy. He's really big in helping me transition. But one of his probably was terrible advice, but he was like, "Hey, you want to test lower, so you get every beginning of any."
Oh yeah, sure.
You get a standard, you get a baseline concussion test.
Right. See where you going?
So he's like, "Hey, you want to test lower?"
Sure.
And I'm like, "All right, you're right. We test lower."
Yeah.
So
is it 3 or 4 of them? 2.
So I can't see him.
That's funny, dude.
No doubt. Niles Paul joining us here on the Let It Fly show. You mentioned a couple times. Well, you said depression one time, and then just the feeling of when you're hurt and you're going through rehab and all that stuff. Who you lean on? Is there, first of all, are there people there at the team that you can talk to, or is it family, or what do you do? Who do you lean on?
Well, once again, the NFL does a great job of kind of helping you navigate through that process as long as you take advantage of those opportunities. Sure. So after I broke my ankle, I immediately. Not immediately, but I think within a couple months, especially when I started really getting down in dumps and not even thinking that I'm going to be able to run again or play football again, I started seeing a therapist out there. And I think finding a therapist is a process in its own thing, because you got to find the right person that challenges you. Yeah. But, knows when to pull up. But I think that was the most important part of trying to maintain my mental health through the process of being in the league. And I wish I would have just, been seeing a therapist from, all the unresolved trauma in my life.
Yeah, sure.
So,
right, sure.
Yeah, but to go and experience that and then to navigate through that with somebody helping you, I think that's a big deal. Plus, I have a big family. Josh knows. I have 6 brothers, 6 sisters.
Damn.
Yes. So when I broke my ankle, all of them were at the hospital,
right.
And a lot of them don't even like to travel. So they was at the hospital. They was there for me, and I could really lean on them.
Wow. Yeah. So knowing you really all of my life, I've never really had a chance to dwell on like what it means for you to be a kid. Like most kids got dreams of, I want to make it to the league, in the NBA, NFL, whatever that is. How does it feel? And like, how does it feel first? And when did you know you had a shot to actually make it?
I think when I got selected to the All-American game, I started, when I looked around, I'm looking at these guys, I'm like,
measuring up. Yeah.
I can play with them.
I can play with them. And it's like, these are the best kids in in the nation. Like so I can compete with them. And then when I got to college, my freshman year in college, I was frustrated. I had one catch. I didn't redshirt, but I knew I was better than a lot of the guys that was there as far as, so I'm like, okay. And then my second year, I had a better year. I still wasn't the guy because we had Nate Swift and Todd Peterson there, but you
were returning kicks, right?
I was returning kicks, and I got to really learn from them and what it meant to, like, you know, prepare for games and stuff like that. Because I had all the intangibles, right? I was fast, I was physical. It was my biggest issues, I feel like, and I'm not afraid to admit, is the lack of concentration. And like, I was a college kid trying to enjoy college.
Oh, I remember. I was with you.
Yeah, I was a college kid trying to enjoy college. And I think having them there helped me navigate through that and helped me learn how to prepare, how to watch film, because I didn't watch film. And I mean, as much as we just didn't do that. I didn't watch film. I didn't watch film in high school.
Right.
The system that we ran in high school wasn't too complicated, but when you get there, I'm learning, you know, I get a playbook this big from Bill Callahan, and I'm just like, man, what is this?
8-pound playbook.
Yeah, I'm supposed to learn this, and it took time. It took time.
So would you say that playbook taught you the game in this process?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Okay. Because that playbook gave me a baseline for every other playbook that I was able to do from Sean McVay's system to Watson's system to Jay Gruden's system to Kyle Shanahan. Like, wow. It all, same terminology, you know, just different variations. And it was easy for me to plug that. So that really prepared me for what an offense looked like in the NFL.
Man, I remember when you were done with your career, I did an interview with you, and you were talking about that transition in 2010 when you guys were going to go with one quarterback, and then right before the season they decided to go with Taylor Martinez. Yeah, and they changed the whole playbook. Yeah, what was that like, having to go through an experience like that? You just didn't see it coming. You didn't think that Taylor was going to be the guy, and then all of a sudden he was.
It was frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, and I have nothing but genuine love for Taylor. Yeah. But it was frustrating just because I felt like Zach Lee should have been the guy, and I mean, obviously Taylor Martinez was the future. And, and it was a lot of things happening behind the scenes that I didn't understand as a player, but I feel like our offense was getting to where it needed to be. Zach Lee was the clear choice to be the guy. And then, obviously I like that because he was going to give me the pass.
Throw the ball, yeah.
Throw me the ball. Yeah. And then whereas Taylor, like at that point in time, he wasn't a polished thrower yet. So it was frustrating for me to be out there and I navigated it as best as I could. I know I got a little frustrated sometimes and things happen, but I just had to play on.
What was your greatest Husker moment in game when you were in college?
Man, I want to say moment would be the Pacific Holiday Bowl. Offensive MVP, and I was just in a flow state that game. A lot, and you as an athlete, when you in that flow state, you can do no wrong. Like the routes is working, you making the right reads on the cuts. Like you're not dropping passes. Like everything is flowing. Yep. So that would probably be one of my favorite moments, just winning that MVP.
This is the Arizona game. 30-0.
Yeah. He know it all, bro.
Nebraska's back, and they're here to stay.
Winning the MVP that game.
That was huge.
That was probably one of my favorite moments. My favorite game would be the Oklahoma State game after we played Texas. And during the season, I had a terrible game with Texas. I dropped 2 touchdown passes. I dropped 2 touchdown passes. We were speaking about.
We were talking about
fans were yelling at me at the game.
I was walking
to my car. Fans was yelling at me, and I
ain't laughing at you like that.
No, it was completely uncalled for.
Go ahead.
It was rightfully deserved. I dropped 2 touchdown passes, which I got it. I understood. But then the next game, Oklahoma State, I come and put up one of the, at that point in time, one of the best games from a receiver in Nebraska history as far as all-purpose yards. I think I had over 250 all-purpose yards, and I took a kick return to the house. I had 140 yards receiving.
That's when you guys came back, right? You're down at halftime. They changed the safeties out. Bo gets the defense straight. you guys come back.
Yeah. Got busy.
Yeah.
It was a great game for me.
Let's go back to these drop touchdown passes. Did you try to catch it like this?
No.
Or what happened?
Wasn't one of them? Do I remember? Maybe I remember wrong. I thought one had sun in your eyes.
One of them
to the corner.
Right to the corner had sun in my eye, and I was looking at the sun, and I'm trying to put my hands up, and it just go
right through there. Yeah, so, I know one of them.
But then the one that Zach, it was a layup. It was a layup. I was a crossing route. And Zach just put it right in my hands. It was nice, easy touch. Yeah. And I'm already looking upfield.
Yeah, that's what you got. Gotta look it in. Yeah.
It would have been a touchdown. And I was like, I knew it was coming too. Like I just knew I was gonna hear it. So I think at that point in time, it was needed for me to humble myself, just because going into that season, like I had been ranked top 10. I was like the number 6 receiver in the draft.
You were. Yeah.
Like, yo, he's going second, third round.
Yeah.
Like it was. I got rated a 92 in NCAA.
Serious?
Yeah. Remember, I called you.
You were 92.
Yeah, I was playing with him.
Damn.
Yeah. I remember that.
It was a humbling experience for me. Just like, okay, like I need to get back on.
What's your speed? Like 81?
No. It was like it was like 96, 96, 95, 96. No, like it was like shocking.
No, I believe it.
It was like damn near he should be on a cover type ratings.
I had got a Sports Illustrated cover.
I know.
It was just my head was filling up.
I know.
That was a humbling experience for me. From that moment, it was just like, okay, let me buckle in. And like I committed, and which I should have been doing it from the whole time. I committed to, okay, I got to make sure I catch more passes as far as, just working my angles, working the short pass, working the long ball. And it was crazy because Brett Maher, that he would stay with me after practice every day and throw me passes.
Really?
Yeah, every day. And that's why every time I see him, it's always love.
No doubt.
He would sit there. I'm talking about hundreds.
So the Texas game made you a better player?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
You can't get better without failure. There's always going to be some failure.
That's facts.
Always.
Let me ask you this, man, about your Commander's career. How did you, what was your experience in like there? Who was you rookie to? And how did you end up being a captain?
I was fortunate enough to have a great veteran there when I got there, which was Santana Moss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
Can't get no better than that.
I used to watch him.
Yeah, I know.
But to be able to...
Still got his number. I've been trying to get him to come back for the Jet Award. I've been trying to get him to come back for the Jet Award for 3 years.
He, just being able to understand, like, him telling me, well, you can never have too many tools in your toolbox. You can always continue to get better every year. And that's what he strived to do every year. And I just got to watch him be a pro's pro. And see him at receiver, and then we had a guy named Lorenzo Alexander who was a special teams ace, and like that's what he did. So I was kind of just following behind them guys and carving out my own way through it, and like just trying to figure out ways to get on the field. And that was the biggest. I ended up being able to start a couple games that year too at receiver before I got the call from Mike Shanahan.
Yeah, walk us through that. What was that like?
It was the summer. I was in Omaha because I spent most of my at the beginning of my career, I spent most of my summers here training. And Coach Shanahan called me and said, "How much you weighing right now?" And I'm like,
"Yeah,
218." Yeah, I was like 226 at the time. I'm like,
eating home cooking.
And he was like, "Keep that weight. Let's see if we can get you up to like."
He pushed that plate away when he was talking.
He said, "Let's see if we can get you up to 240." And I'm like, "Okay." Like, you want me to play tight end? And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Coach, I don't think I can play tight end. Like, I've never done that. Like,
sure.
I'm a receiver." He's like, I think you can play tight end."
Dang.
So we get to the whole summer. I got Sean McVay, who's my tight ends coach at the time. Yeah. And Chris Cooley there. They're teaching me how, we were a pro style offense, but we ran a lot of zone things where I didn't need to completely manhandle a guy. I just needed to move him.
Yeah.
So I was understanding how my footwork, my hands, my helmet placement, all that went into, building me up as a tight end. It was, I ain't gonna lie, that first season as a tight end was great for a receiving standpoint because I was, that was easy work. But I was getting
manhandled.
I was getting manhandled.
You wasn't naturally a tight end ever.
The size,
Khalil Mack.
Oh my God!
What, you a freshman? I mean, a rookie.
It's my second year in the league. So I got a down block on Khalil Mack. So I get my helmet across.
Yeah.
He just carries me into the running back, right? And he like, "Ain't you a receiver?"
After the play. After the play.
He was a grown ass man from out of Buffalo.
That's a funny story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like, what you doing?
Let me stop.
No, that's a cool story, dog.
But so you go through all of that, and as Josh said, you end up becoming a captain?
Yeah. I ended up being a special teams captain. That would just be, I didn't expect it. I just showed.
And that's voted on usually by the players, right?
That's all the players. And I come through and I did my job, and the way I played on special team was relentless. And I always tried to make sure that if I wasn't going to impact the game from a receiving standpoint, that my blocking or something I did on special teams was a part of it. And, you get to see some of those big hits. You get to see some of the stuff that I was doing. And there's a lot of things you didn't get to see. Like I earned the respect of, every person in that building through special teams and to where they wanted to be captain. And I was honored, and
that's cool.
That was great. Also, Will Compton got to be captain too. So we were captain together.
Well, see, that just lessened it. Yeah. You went from being it's a good thing to being Will was captain.
Will got to be captain too that year. So he got 1 year with me to be captain. So it was just a great experience, man. Like I said, it was surprising to me to be captain. It showed that I was doing something right.
That's awesome.
Set the standard, and I continue to try to help others understand that there's only 11 positions out there, right? And there's studs on the team, right? So you got to do whatever you can. I think I had good veterans that helped me understand that, and it was my job to help them understand that.
Yeah, I'm sure you're surprised that Will ended up making a living talking.
Yeah,
I know you're shocked.
Not at all. I'm very proud of him. It was always in him. You always saw it from him. Me and Will got to take. Through opportunities through the NFL, we got to take trips to Japan and do military visits and stuff. And it was, and even in those environments, he was always like
him.
He's the vocal one.
For sure.
Yeah.
When he committed to Nebraska.
Yeah.
This is back before you couldn't really find a lot of information about people, on the line. And so we had him on the radio, and I'm listening to him. I thought he was a black guy. Yeah. And I said something at the end of the interview, and he goes, "You think I'm black, don't you?" And I said, "You're not." And he goes, "Oh, no, they all think I'm black." We cracked up laughing.
In his defense, he had 4 black roommates when he first moved there. He lived in a house full of black people.
Yeah, I believe it.
When I would come back and I would go down and visit Lincoln from when I was in the league, his roommates was black. He was.
Oh, this is white boy Will.
He's a funny dude.
He fit in with everybody.
No doubt.
So
he did.
It was natural for people to be to gravitate towards him because he fit in with everybody.
For sure. You were didn't you have a season where Deshaun Jackson was on your team?
Yeah, DJ. I had a season with DJ.
Yeah. During that season or whatever, was he on the decline on the back end of his career, or was that towards the top of his prime? Before my question I asked.
I didn't see a decline.
He never had a decline, really.
Yeah,
speed never went away, boy.
All right, so
we never really got to see him open up in practice, because he would.
That's what I was about to say. So my question is this: I heard there was times where you can put him on the line with anybody, and he would be head and shoulders a couple 10, 15 yards. Is he that fast?
He's that fast.
He was that fast.
I haven't seen in person.
Okay.
I feel like there's people in the league right now.
Well, the times have changed. Yeah.
That are fast, but there was nobody that fluid, that naturally fast, and could play the deep ball. He's still one of the best deep ball that I've seen. The way he just pulled away from people and late hands with the ball. It was impressive to watch.
Yeah. Niles Paul joining us here on Let It Fly Show. Before we let you go, I want to get a little bit into high school, playing with Phil Bates. That had to be fun. I mean, just every time I thought about it, you threw the ball up, you went and got the ball. Talk a little bit about that experience in high school.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great experience. I mean, me and Phil, I got to North around my sophomore year. I had transferred from. My dad had took us to Virginia for a year. I didn't play football out there, but when I got here, my Uncle Jimmy and everybody like, you need to play football or you're gonna run cross country. And I'm like, well, I play football my life. I'll go play football.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
So we got to kind of go through the beginning of rivals together and getting recruited and as a sophomore. And, I ended up starting corner as a sophomore. And then our junior year, he came back and he was the starting quarterback. And we had a year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had a year where, he trusted me. He's going to put it up there. I was going to go get it. I was going to make plays. He was going to make plays. We had Tommy Warren on the other side, who was another good friend of ours. So that dynamic was just, 3 guys. I mean, not 3 guys, but just a group of guys, because even, the team we had, I feel like was a state.
Chris Shelley.
All them, we just had a good squad that was connected, that enjoyed hanging out with each other and being around each other. I think where the dynamic got a little confused at, or things got a little, and Josh knows this, things got a little, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Like, whose team is it?
Whose team is it? Is when I started getting the honors.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So obviously Phil's a big time player, but when you got a receiver on your team that you're throwing the ball to and he's getting all the recognition, but he giving me the opportunities, I think that was a little frustrating for Phil at the time, but we were able to navigate and grow through that as friends.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Sure.
It's tough. I mean, because it's always, because you could have an offensive lineman that's playing incredible, but the guy scoring the touchdowns and get all the talk. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
That recruiting process, was it always Nebraska? Did you think at all? I told you when David Horn was in here. I remember talking to his mom when he was getting recruited, because she was in office with my wife, and I said, David, leave. Go to Notre Dame. Yeah. Get away from here. Because I knew about getting away from home. I believe in getting away from home. Yeah. I mean, did you think about it?
Yeah.
I did.
We used to talk about this stuff.
So we did. So initially, I wanted to go to Michigan.
That's because the whole family, you said the parts of your family are Michigan fans, right?
Yeah. Well, that's my wife's side.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying his was different. I've been knowing it since young.
Michigan was Nebraska and Iowa State were like the original, people to recruit me, but Michigan came hard.
Yeah.
And then Texas. My dad was talking with the Texas coaches, and I was at the Nebraska-Texas game as a recruit, and the coaches from Texas was talking to me and waving at me, and even
2006.
Yes.
Okay.
Even I forgot his name. Who was the Texas coach?
That was
Mac Brown.
That was Mac Brown. Yeah.
Mac Brown remembered me throughout my whole career.
Really?
Where he, when I had that terrible game against Texas, he came up to me and was like, "Yo, you're one hell of a player." He said, "Don't get down on yourself. Like you
nice.
are an NFL guy." And I was like, "It's Mac Brown."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it was schools like that. But then when I really sat back and thought about it, and I'm like, what do I want my legacy to be? And I couldn't leave my home state behind.
Right.
I had to represent.
Yeah.
My uncle had went there, Omaha.
Yeah.
Tierra was down there. Courtney was down there. Courtney Grigsby. And I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go represent for the state.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's an opportunity for me to do something special.
Yeah.
Being an All-American, being one of the few All-Americans that that came out of Nebraska at the time.
Yeah.
Like I got to stay home.
That makes sense.
I can't turn my back on the Huskers.
No doubt.
That makes sense. I always believe it's too much fun at home.
Oh yeah.
Too much fun at home, so you got to leave it.
No.
Because you got people calling you back.
Talk about that.
That's my thing.
Because it's all out there. It was very controversial for me in Nebraska. I got arrested a couple times.
Yeah,
having too much fun because I felt like everybody was right there.
Sure, right.
I had my friends from North and Omaha. Just come on down.
15 minutes away.
My brother was pretty much staying. Yeah. My brothers were pretty much staying in the dorms with us.
Really? Right. Yeah.
It was just, You would have to navigate that space because it was hard to separate, and I didn't do a very good job of separating.
Yeah, and you mentioned you were only 17, 18, 19 years old. Mm-hmm. You were a kid.
Yeah. Who were some of your all-time favorite teammates from college and the pros?
College, Brandon Kenny, Terrence Moore.
BK is a good dude.
BK is great.
Good dude. Glad he got in a coach.
Yeah. It's perfect for him, too.
Yep, exactly.
Terrence Moore, he was a D-line in Nebraska.
From New Orleans, 35.
Yeah.
35 high.
You know everything, bro.
I don't know everything, but
you do.
I know Terrence Moore.
Yeah, you do.
His name was, which is crazy, but his name is Korinsky.
Gillian,
yeah. One of the fastest people ever.
Fast people, yeah.
Oh, really?
10-19. Yep. He was my roommate. And, when I first got there in the summer, it was a good friend of mine. We was locked in ever since then. We still keep in touch to this day.
That's what's up.
Once in a while. As far as in the league, in the pros, it was Brashad Breeland. He was a corner.
Yeah.
Santana Moss, obviously.
Yeah.
Me and Pierre Garcon, like that was one of my guys. We lived by each other, but we had it was a love-hate relationship between us.
Old Frenchie.
Yeah, we would be competitive. And
I bet
RG3, Robert Griffin III.
Yeah. I met him because of you.
Yeah. When he came in, like we were tight. So him and I can't forget my guy who was the fullback. who helped me in my transition to fullback was Darrell Young, who he works with the Steelers right now. I'm not sorry, like doing recruiting things.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but that was my guy. Like that was who. If you saw, they called us the Bash Brothers because he was also on special teams.
Yeah,
and like I just knew if I wasn't making the play, he was
gonna make it.
Yeah, that was back in the day where you could actually have guys lined up next to each other.
Yeah,
you could lay people out. Last question I have is: so 2009. Out there on the field, that defense is destroying people. And Dominican Sue's having. Did you find yourself standing on the sideline, looking and going, I'm just going to watch this?
In awe. Yeah. That was in awe. I mean, it was incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible to see what he was doing. And it's like, I was just like, okay, we got to do something to help.
To help. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
to give him at least 10 points.
Like, don't give up a ball. Give me something. And we tried to make the plays that we could. I think we struggled a little bit that year, especially passing the ball downfield.
That was Cody Green and Lee.
Cody Green and Zach Lee. Those guys. There was one more guy, maybe Cody Spread. I forgot his name, but it was another guy in there that was in the mix.
Yeah,
Zach Lee ended up being the guy. But
and he had, from what I was told, his shoulder was bothering him during that season, and he really couldn't, let it go.
He couldn't. But I appreciate him because that was my best season as a receiver at Nebraska.
Yeah.
Zach, I knew Zach was going to give me an opportunity.
Yeah. No doubt about it. You got any last things?
Yeah, man. Just to the Omaha community, you back here in Omaha, is a state tournament, is a championship just already given away?
So as far as what?
As far as Miller South just winning it all.
Listen,
like, you're a pro, like, and this ain't no shade. Like, this is just my personal take. So this ain't him saying that. I want to know, is this team good enough to where against the actual national teams they compete like that?
I would love to see Miller South play against a Duncanville, IMG Academies. I think they are. I think they are a national team. I think they got the pieces. The pieces there, they got the guys, they got studs everywhere.
Man, they got 17
that's a tough team.
Division I players.
I like Papio South though. Like I like what Papio South has done this year. They got Elon Washington.
They got to run the ball.
Got to run the ball. Got to establish. They physical.
Right.
When we played them, and we ended up beating them, we beat them by a point, and which it was a tough game. It was battling back and forth. I was like, this is a good football team.
Yeah.
Obviously, we didn't get a chance to play, Miller South. We got to play West Side. I thought West Side was a good football team. I think they just caught us at the beginning of the season. And we were, West Side was a tough team to play the first game of the season.
I bet. Yeah.
So, but yeah, Miller South is just, it's hard to go against them. It's hard to, it's hard to, like, what they did to West Side should tell everybody
how good they are.
And West Side played well. They played well and made big plays. And Tay had a couple big plays, and still they got
so
50.
How much of that is the politics of Omaha Public School kids being on these teams like a Miller South?
Well, from my understanding, Miller, every team right now, I feel like most programs, right? There's guys transferring in.
Sure.
Right? We had a kid transferring from Papio, running back.
Oh, so it's just a culture now.
It's just a culture. Kids are transferring like it's college right now.
Gotcha.
And, I think Miller South, they did have a couple transfers, but they really established a base program with those boys.
Right.
Like they got a lot of those boys. They put them through it. They start in 7th, 8th grade. They do a good job of getting them there. Like,
I hear that.
Like I think that's an idea. Like we're going to be a good program for the next few years. I mean, like so
feeder system.
Yeah, it's the feeder system. It's the feeder program.
And people want to go play with good players and people they played with too.
Okay.
So I mean, that's why West Side. Those guys win 30 fouls.
I'm not hating. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Well, we all want to see. My sons went to Central, so that's why I go to the games for them. And we all want to see OPS get back where North is playing well, Central is good. Brian, not Brian, but Burke is good. That's why my wife went to school.
Yeah.
But Burke is good again. We'd love to see that, but I tell people, man, COVID hurt. It was painful. They took a lot away, man. That COVID decision, it did by the superintendent.
Superintendent.
Yeah, I mean it was tough.
All sports is crazy.
I know. I wasn't here for that, so I was.
Yeah, you ain't got here yet.
Coach Martin told me that, like, he said I didn't really get to see how it really impacted our boys.
Yeah.
They lost their best running back who went and played for Scott, and Scott won the Class B championship.
Man.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That happens sometimes. But now get Niles Paul.
Yes, sir.
Omaha North. We finally got him on.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man.
Appreciate y'all having me.
All right, welcome back to the Let It Fly show. Your boy Niles Paul got him on the show.
All time.
Got him on there.
Yeah.
I interviewed Niles right when he was done playing at Nebraska.
Okay.
Started in 07, played 8, 9, 10. Interviewed him right after he was done. This is before he was getting ready for the draft.
Yep.
And I remember talking to him and thinking to myself, big, physical, got good experience at Nebraska. He could have maybe a 4 or 5 year career. Dude, I mean, he made a hell of a career for himself.
Yeah, it sounds like it was that coaching advice to go to tight end.
Yes.
That's what probably
very, very smart. And it was, pretty darn good coach there, too.
Yeah, no doubt.
So it makes sense. All right, keys to the game for the Iowa game on Black Friday.
All right.
We always have a musical theme.
Right.
I'm giving you a pick on 2 James Brown classics.
Oh.
One, because of what happened last year, and the year before that.
Yeah. The big payback.
The big payback. Right. And then number 2, it's a man's world.
Got you.
Because this game
yes, sir,
is about men.
Right.
This is a game where Nebraska, Iowa's going to line up and run it at you.
Yeah.
You're going to line up and run it at Iowa.
Yeah.
They're going to run their quarterback. You're going to run your quarterback. People are going to be getting lit up. It's going to be cold.
Yes.
It's going to hurt more to get hit. This is going to be a man's world. You're in this game. You come out of this game, you're going to be hurting.
Yes.
You're going to be hurting. All 3 levels of the defense have to be on the same page. The D-line has either got to shore up the block, get off it, set the edge. The linebackers have to either shed, spill, keep them in there, do their job, and then the defensive backs have to do their job as well.
Right.
You have to do all of those every single play against Iowa, or they will bust a long one on you, and that could be the difference.
Okay.
Because all these games have come down to like 3 points.
Man.
So it comes down to one possession.
And they were like devastated. It's almost like every time I think about the last 2 times, I'm like, my actual reaction is, how in the
Yeah. I know.
And then I do this.
Yeah. Click. Big payback, man's world all together. Yeah. Number 2, my boy, Special Ed, sang the song in 1989, I Got It Made. And he did. And the one thing that I know for sure about this Nebraska team that I can say they got it made is the special teams.
Yep.
The special teams has shown us.
They got better this year.
They have shown us. Last year, Nebraska was winning 10-0.
Yep.
And there was a muffed punt. Guy came to the punt, weird bounce, hits Nebraska. Iowa recovers it. It starts to come back.
Yes.
It starts to come back. In years past, Iowa's made a big play on special teams. Nebraska's had a failure on special teams.
Yep.
This is leaning back on what made you this year based off of Special Ed.
Yep.
And what you've been making, the difference is on special teams. You're going against Caden Weegent, the Jet Award winner from 2024, the leading candidate for the 2025 wins.
That's crazy.
The man's got 3 punt returns and 1 kickoff return.
Yep.
He leads the nation in all-purpose kicks. So punt and kickoff return.
Yeah.
And he's the 5th best player in all-purpose in all the big hits.
Right.
So history tells you the game will be close. It's going to come down to one play or a couple plays.
One play.
And special teams will make a difference.
It's going to be one play.
The last one, key number 3. 1980, there was a song by Michael Henderson called Wide Receiver.
All right, I'm gonna
this song was so much fun.
I'm going to look it up, man.
In the song at one point, Michael Henderson says, the referee must have been smoking a joint.
He probably was.
He probably was. It's a funny song. Got a lot of innuendo, a lot of sexual innuendo.
What is it called again?
Wide Receiver.
Gotcha.
Good song. Nebraska, the biggest advantage personnel they have against Iowa is their wide receivers are better than Iowa wide receivers.
For sure.
They have to block on the edge. When they get a chance to make a play, catching the ball, they got to catch the ball. And when they catch the ball, they've got to break tackles and get yards at the contact.
Yep.
Dane Key, Isaiah Hunter, Ja'Cory Barney, the young kids.
Yep.
When they get a chance, they got to make a play. That's Nebraska's advantage. In conference play, I was giving up 103 yards passing and 6.2 attempts. But go back and you look against the teams they played that had the best wide receivers. Michigan State has Nick Marsh, one of the best wide receivers in the Big Ten, 255.
Yep.
USC has got Lemon and Lane, Ja'Cory Lane and Mekhi Lemon. They went for 254. And Rutgers has the 5th leading receiver in the Big Ten, Ian Strong, and they went for 330. Nebraska, I know it's going to be windy. I know it's going to be cold. But when the wide receivers get a chance to make a play in this game,
go make one.
Go make a play.
For sure.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
The song and the theme as well. My score, I'm taking Nebraska 17-14.
There you go. See, I like you because my score is 1 touchdown. And I'm going to say...
What are you going to say?
Oh, man. I'm going to change it now because you went first. My score is going to be, I say 14-21.
21-14?
Yeah.
Nebraska or Iowa?
Oh, sorry. 21-14, Nebraska.
Nebraska. Okay. All right. I like it.
6.
Oh, that would be good.
Pick 6.
Now, this kid has thrown 11 interceptions.
Yeah, I know.
So it could happen.
Ball game.
I like a pick to click normally as a player.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take a verse from Special Ed's song, I Got It Made.
All right.
That tells the story.
Drop some bars.
I won't cause, I don't retreat. I'll run you over like a truck and leave you dead in the street. You're inviting me, a Titan, to a battle? You don't need that. You got to respect me because I got it made.
You know what you should do, man?
I got it made. You know, I once signed an autograph as Special Ed. You should see how I looked when I was 23 and how he looked. We look like little twins, man.
Hey, listen.
I signed an autograph at his concert.
We should make something of you reading lyrics submitted by people.
People's lyrics.
That'd be tight, bro.
I'm just going to read the lyrics.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Man, I love I Got It Made song. He says, some dumb.
Yeah.
Bubble gum, chumps be chewing. I the fly. He was smooth, man. And he was only like 19 when he was spitting bars. Anyway, special thanks to our friends at Bud Light, our presenting sponsor. They make things
easy. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about them bars.
Easy to drink and easy to enjoy no matter what sport you're watching. Special thanks to Niles Paul.
Yep.
As well.
Appreciate you, bro.
Caleb putting this all together.
Yes, sir.
Stable Gray for being the producing parts of this as well. And
appreciate
Mike
you.
Allen as well. All those guys. We appreciate all of them. Reminder, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and like.
Yep.
If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, like there as well. Subscribe. We can use you. We appreciate that. We had a good one. The last 2 episodes we've done have been very good. They've been rolling, and so we're going to continue to do that. We again appreciate Niles Paul for coming in and finally getting him in there. Josh, take us away, sir.
Hey, Josh Jones here with Michael Severe. You know how we do it. It's a Let It Fly show.